it comes out like highlighter.
The hat is made from recycled highlighters, I'm fairly certain.
All right, at first, the biggest news of the week, of course, being the nominations of the nominations of the biggest award in the world, the Spiel des Jahres. The Kennerspiel des Jahres and the Kinderspiel des Jahres. We're going to briefly show you the nominees for each one, and then we're going to talk more about this in detail later on in Smorgasbord. So for the Kinderspiel, Gigaman, Carla Carmel, and the kids' version of Mysterium were all nominated. For the Kennerspiel, this is the advanced gamer one. We have Challengers, Iki, and Planet Unknown, which will probably pop up on the screen at some point. And then, Roy, we're going to go to the next slide. There we go. And then the Spiel des Jahres, which is like a family game of the year, the big award. The three nominees are Dorf Romantic, Next Station London, and Fun Facts. Which someone pointed out that the cover of Fun Facts looks like it's giving you a rude gesture. But anyhow, so any...
I guess I don't see it, but okay.
I don't even
That's a stretch, man.
I don't even see that one. And I'm usually...
Neither do I. Anyway, all of these will be announced later on this year in July. And one of the things that they're doing differently this time is they are announcing them all at the same time.
Because previously a Kinderspiel would be announced first.
Yeah.
On its own, in
They'd
its
be
own
like,
ceremony.
Okay,
Kids, we're done with them. Okay, now on to the adults.
Now onto the serious ones. Yeah, they're doing them all together, which I think is a good move. I never really understood why they did them separately. It does seem to devalue the Kinderspiel, so I'm glad they're doing them all together.
They're also giving a special award to the Unlock series, both the Kids Unlock and the regular Unlock series. So that's cool.
All right, that's nice. I like that.
All right, in not great news, Grimward Games has gone into insolvency. They are out of business, so if you are hoping to get some of their latest Kickstarters, it is not happening. They're probably best known for Village Attacks, the Everrain, and Endure the Stars. I don't know which. I know Village Attacks got delivered. I guess the other two did not, but we're seeing a little bit more of this happening.
Wow.
Although realize this is still 1 in 100 companies that are defaulting on Kickstarters, so it's not everybody doing this. It just seems like a lot since it's happening with several companies right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
From the rich world of not D&D, Thunderworks games, comes a new game called STONESPINE Architects, although I really do love that cover. I like Minotaurs a lot. And...
Wow, that one back there is like a beefcake. That's like a romance novel cover.
Is it? Oh, you're right.
Wow,
It
dude,
is
look at
very
him.
much
He's
so.
like a farmer who's troubled by his past life.
he stared at him longingly, watching his muscles ripple as they lifted.
He asked her, "Moo." It's just weird. It really does look very romance novel, that one guy. Like,
Okay.
It does, yeah.
Well, anyhow...
They keep coming out with these games, though. Thunderworks.
Well, the designer of this is the guy who did Cartographers.
Okay. Yeah, they have a lot of
Okay.
games in this series, is what I'm saying. Role Player has spawned off a lot of games.
It is a card drafting game where you're trying to create the most dangerous catacombs one chamber at a time. After 4 years, which I'm assuming is not the length of the game,
Okay.
whoever has the most perilous pit gets the title of Master Architect. They like to hand out awards in this universe. Like the one you're in jail, and they're like, you're the best jail gang, and you're the best architect.
You're not the winner. You are something, a title.
Okay, I like that.
All right, Friedman Freeze has a new game coming out called Freaky Frogs from Outer Space. From Outer Space.
Out of space.
That's like Out of Time from Back to the Future.
I'm guessing this is in their small line of games, that line that you don't need to learn, that you just like start playing. Sure looks like that, doesn't it? That Fear and Fruit Loops or something. I don't know the other ones.
Yeah, it has that same size.
Yeah, it's
obviously.
that tiny size, right?
But a
So
large picture, so it'll show up on a small box, yeah.
This coming out of Essen, this is a solo game that is basically a pinball simulator. Somewhere Jeff Engelstein is shaking his fist. But this one is
Interesting.
not a roll and write. It is a solo card-driven pinball simulator, whatever that means.
Okay.
Oh,
So it's
okay,
probably a
interesting.
little more like Finished, which is a solo card game from Friedman Freeze. Card sorting in that game, but
Friedman Freeze also announced an expansion, the very, very hotly demanded expansion for FAM.
privileges.
I didn't know people played FAM anymore. I saw someone playing it at a convention recently, so I guess there's that. It's a fine game, I suppose. This is not one of his hits, I would imagine.
Isn't it? Like
I
of
thought
his
it-
recent games?
I thought it was. I thought it was one of his more popular ones that I've heard of and seen playing and talked about.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, when I think of hits from Friedman Freeze, I still think Power Grid. But there must be hits in the many, many games he's made. And by hits, I mean warranting expansions. I think this was one of the ones that seemed to get a lot of buzz. I never did play this one, but I'm guessing it sold enough to warrant this.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Tom is not convinced.
I am not. All right. Now we have, from a different company here, Spectral.
Oh,
Yeah, doesn't that cover look great?
that looks so good.
We talked about this cover recently. Do you remember when?
I don't remember seeing this cover.
Oh, I really like it.
Wow, I
Anyway,
like
this
that.
is a two-player deduction game from very, very hot current designer Ryan Courtney. I mean, he's just all over the place now,
What
making
is
games.
Ryan Courtney made? I
He
don't
made
know that.
Pipeline, and then
Yeah.
one of the companies signed him to do a line of games just by him.
Well, isn't that
He's-
Bitewing? It must be Bitewing because they're the ones who put out that Parks one, the one where you're putting the loops out.
The Trailblazers.
Trailblazers, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's them or not. I forget what company signed a line with him.
Okay.
Maybe this is it. But either way, it's a cool cover.
Yes.
It's what did I say? It was a two-player deduction game, I
Yeah.
think.
Yep.
I like that. You're trying to figure out what will end up where at the stroke of 12.
So it's laying pipes, probably.
It's going to Kickstarter, though, or crowdfunding. So you'll
So
see it
it's
next year.
competitive? It's like two-player deduction.
so.
So you're playing one. Okay. Go ahead.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's
Interesting.
competitive treasure hunting.
Yeah. Interesting.
All right. Speaking of looking at things closely, Focus. This is from I love the name of this company, Old Chap Games. I don't believe I've seen anything from them before. Have you?
They must be new, I assume. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't.
This is a cooperative deduction game.
Okay.
You have a grid of picture cards between you. One of the pictures is yours. One is your opponent's. You have to figure out who has which.
A game of association of ideas for two players.
This one kind of reminded me of a mix between Similo and Codenames.
Yes.
It was
I like the
those
idea
two
of this.
together.
Code names.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're removing one of the pictures to give your opponent a hint about your secret card. But if
Okay.
you remove your opponent's card, you both lose. I don't know how you do the first card, though.
I don't know, like, what hints. Are they verbal hints? I mean,
interesting.
that's what I couldn't figure out from the description I had was, is it a verbal hint you're giving?
No, like, so I'm assuming just from reading that, like, if I have a red umbrella and there might be a cloud, I'll remove the cloud because clouds rain, and that kind of works with umbrella.
Got it. Okay.
The thing is, I don't know how on the very first turn, before Z even goes, if I'm playing with Z, my very first card might be his because I have no information. Starting with card 2.
But we also don't know how many are out there. I mean, that's, oh, dang it, that happened. Okay, reset, do it
That's
again.
true.
You know
Maybe
what I
that's what
mean?
it is. Like,
it's-
oh, okay, we just reset.
Right.
It is a 15-minute game.
Yeah, this looks cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
War of the Ring, the card game, is getting an expansion. It got very positive buzz from last year. And it was nominated also for a Dice Tower Best Two-Player Game, even though you can play it up to 4. It's Against the Shadow. This offers solo and cooperative play, this expansion.
Which is brand new, right? This was a competitive game.
Yes. I don't... Oh, basically, they're adding... So from reading this, they're basically adding a solo version. And then they're saying it's co-op by saying you and me can both play against the AI they built.
Okay.
But
It's
you're
the
still
same-
just running one. Oh, okay.
It sounds
got
almost like the same game. They're
I don't
adding
know
an
if I trust.
AI.
I
So
don't know
it's
if I
kinda
trust
like-
AI. I
so
gotta
kinda
tell
like-
you. Very worried about
Oh,
AI
against
right
the
now.
AI. Interesting.
AI. I tell you what, though, I think this is not going to appeal to everybody because this is changing the game, right? If you like the competitive nature of this, you may not want to play it cooperatively.
Absolutely. It's a big, big change.
It's huge.
And I'm scared of AI.
Yeah, you said that twice and no one laughed. All right, Glom. This is a game we just recently
That was really
played.
mean.
That was
Yeah, whatever.
really
I'm used to
hurtful.
it. He's in a mood.
That was.
Let's do it. Glom. We've played this.
I wouldn't even say
We
that.
did. Anyway, yeah, well, the news is we're faster than the news.
We are. This was a riot.
Anyway, you're rewriting phrases in this game following rules. You can see the playthrough of it and see how that works. Full review next week. Probably Dice Tower Award worthy. All right. Good Omens, which is based on a book, and now it is an Amazon series starring Doctor Who and this other guy.
I don't want to brag, but I've seen it.
Have you?
I have. I
Did you
know.
like it?
I did.
Did you like the twist ending?
I don't know if I saw the last episode.
All
I
right.
didn't say I saw the whole thing. I just said I saw it. I saw like some of it. I don't know, 7, 8 episodes, 6.
Yeah, so it's about an angel and a demon working together to stop an apocalypse. And so this is a cooperative thing, again, for players, and it's coming from Renegade. I'm a little worried about this because this smells like a game made to sell off the name of the game.
Right, very much so.
Who is the game designed by? Did they say that?
It's like you see on the box.
I can't see it on there. No. Well, I hope it's good. I'm curious, like, how strong this theme is to board gamers, but hey, who knows? Renegade publishes lots of themed games nowadays.
I don't know how popular this is. Maybe very.
I feel like it was really popular there when it came out.
Well, second season's is coming out, like, now or in June.
Oh, wow,
which is,
that's
like, a
really
second
good
season.
timing.
Yeah.
Do we have a date of release for this? Is it Kickstarter or is it retail?
No, retail, June 7th. They must have timed that with the show then.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't think Renegade does a lot of
yeah.
Kickstarters, do they?
Yeah.
They do the Kickstarters for those Power Ranger
Oh, yeah,
things.
the deck building stuff.
All right, Hey, That's My Fish, which we talked a couple weeks ago about on Board Game Breakfast. This is a game that's been published by more publishers than I can think of almost. There's so many different versions of this out there. This is the newest one from Next Move. And I think we're just supposed to call it Fish now because all their games have 4. Well, except for Yak had 3. Maybe they gave up on that. Have you played Hey, That's My Fish?
Yes, is that the one like where you're going and you can go as far as you want or something, and then you pick up something in the middle?
You take off the tile you were on.
Yeah. Yes,
And you're trying to break up the ice flow. Really simple game, pretty mean little game, but a lot of people really like it. And Next Move makes really nice productions, so I'm sure this will be good.
Yeah. I'm assuming it'll be a nice take on this.
Oh, someone said Matt Hyra's the designer of the Good Omens game.
Good Omens.
That makes sense. He works a lot with Renegade.
Yeah, he does all
Okay.
the DC Deck Builder kind of the type
Got
games.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, our next game is called House of Fado, although when I first saw it, I thought it was called House of Fad because that O is hidden in the yellow.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Maybe they can fix that before they print it. That O should be much
Also,
whiter.
yeah, because that little tendril as well is not at the end of the word. Then it's on the D.
Yeah.
Like it starts the F and ends the D. So yeah, that's terrible.
Well, anyway, this is from Vitel Lacerda and Eagle Griffin, but I think it is a smaller game than
Yes.
many of the other games are. It's using the KO system from the Gallerist. I don't even remember.
Yeah, so it's like it's a kind of how they took Kanban EV and made Bot Factory. This is the Gallerist, a smaller, more streamlined, not more streamlined, but a smaller version of it.
That seems to be the new thing they're doing over there.
Yeah, well, I mean, people like them. I don't know how well Bot Factory's doing. I know that Mercado de Lisboa did not do particularly well because it was a terrible game.
Right, and that's the thing. I feel like that one was really bad, but Bot Factory was really good. And so I feel like we're looking at kind of two extremes at this point, so it'll be interesting to see where this one falls.
All right, this was news to me when I found out about this, although not really surprised, but Ticket to Ride Berlin. It seems like Days of Wonder is really enjoying the smaller Ticket to Ride series over the big one. They're working well. Oh, that guy in a beanie, and he's reminding me of somebody. I'm trying to figure out who he looks like. I don't know. Anyhow, this is another small 15-minute Ticket to Ride. Let's see here. This is downtown Berlin, and there's some sort of twist on the rules, although the twists on these games are always incredibly minor, small twists. I've actually not as interested in this one, if only because they're starting. I like the game. How many of these do I need to play? They're not. I don't think the twists are big enough for me to keep coming back.
Are you saying the twists are not big enough on these smaller ones? Because like the bigger ones, the twists are pretty significant, right?
Yes. So what I mean
the
is,
smaller ones specifically.
I would play Ticket to Ride Berlin happily, but I would also play Ticket to Ride Amsterdam or whatever. They're all similar.
Got it. Okay.
All right, Mike put these in the news here. We got some Oink stuff. Oink. This is from Bruno Faduti and Jun Sasaki.
Whale to Look? Is that what that's called?
Yes, Whale to Look.
What's that even mean?
Whale.
Whale watching?
I don't know. I'm still annoyed we didn't go whale watching. I blame the airlines.
Yeah.
You were going to go whale watching?
We went to Iceland.
Oh, in Iceland.
Twice. The first time we thought about it and didn't do it. Then the second time we were like, we're gonna do it. And then our plane was delayed by a day.
Wow, I didn't know y'all went twice. I thought it was just that one time. That's cool.
I want to go back. I like Iceland. Anyhow, it doesn't. You're just. I don't know. It looks cute, interesting. You have to move around and then hope the whales show up.
That looks like crap.
Yeah, some of you are really.
What about this? What about this next one? 9 Tiles Extreme. This one I think doesn't look very interesting at all.
9 Tiles already was the game from them, I believe.
Yes, and apparently 9 Tiles has sold over 200,000 copies.
Wow.
So why would you not make more?
Yep.
You're flipping stuff back and forth, and once you match a pattern, you slap the card. Ooh, you'll love this.
Oh.
Go back to that Whale to Look one.
All right, go back to the whale to look.
Let's look at the whales. That looks pretty good.
Those little guys are super cute, though.
I like this one.
All right, and the game I'm excited about, and I know Z is also,
Okay.
and probably Mike, House of Cats,
Why am I excited about this?
because this is a Porta.
Oh,
You like everything a Porta does, practically.
practically.
And also, I like this combination of designers. So Christian Osby has done a lot of games for Porta. And William Addy is best known for Kalis. He also did a little game,
Spirium?
yeah,
That it
Spirium.
is?
What is this game, though?
This game is a... Oh, roll and write. Okay, well, I'm less excited now, but Z's probably more. You like their roll and writes a lot. There's some of them are your favorites.
Yeah.
What's in the background? Is it like floor plans? Are you like building a house?
Okay, so you are forming different size rooms using values on the rolled dice. Value 2 lets you make a 2 squared room. A value 4, a 4 square room. And then you use room special abilities to score points. Once you've filled your house, the game ends.
Okay.
Sounds pretty standard.
It does. My excitement has super waned over the course of this minute. All right. Rauha. This is coming from the same designers who made Nidavellir. So I'm very interested in that.
I like that.
Yeah, it looks like a neat cover. You are a venerable shaman. One of 5 worlds has been entrusted to you. You are shaping the environment to turn this world into a cradle of life energy, blah, 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 blah. But what you're actually doing is drafting cards and placing scenes on your 3x3 board, making flora and fauna spring up after 6 rounds. We go to age 2, build civilizations on top of these landscapes, and then travel around the world. This is very weird. It sounds like 3 different parts. I want to... Nidavellir, I'm in just on that. The same designers. Also good art. Who's the publisher?
Really good.
I don't see the publisher on here anywhere. Probably Studio H. All right. Paper App Dungeon. This is coming from Lucky Duck. This is a pocket-sized dungeon crawler where you play 60-page notebooks with unique adventures.
Okay.
Wait.
I'm trying to figure out...
Are these, so is this a 60-page one? Like there's multiple of
Yes,
them? And this is one?
No,
Okay.
this is a 60-page notebook. Each page is different.
So you don't play all 60 pages in one.
No, you do it one at a time. You're like going through a dungeon. You just keep playing through it. Like I think it's gonna be
Okay,
like
you said notebooks, so I wasn't sure. Like, are there multiple packs of these, and like you get, I have this 60-pack notebook. I have this 60-page notebook.
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm assuming this is Lucky Duck leveraging their very well done work with apps and using that to make a smaller game, app enhanced, to go through a little dungeon, right? That's
It doesn't
probably what
say
it is.
app enhanced on there.
It's called Paper App.
No, I agree. I'll have to wait and get more info on that one.
And if it wasn't Lucky Duck, I would make that assumption, actually.
But that is, yeah, because they do, like you said, such good apps, and they're kind of known for that.
All right, this next one I'm kind of pumped about. Catan scenario for Starfarer's new encounters. So this is like they've made a lot. Probably, I'm not exaggerating, 100 scenarios for Catan. There's a ton out there. This is the first time they've ever done anything for Starfarers, which I always thought needed a little bit more stuff in it. So that's 3 new scenarios with new unique rules. You'll explore the amoebas, defeat the pirate Hog Com, and find long-lost people. So I guess there's giant amoebas, there's more pirate stuff, there's a lot of stuff. This is not a cheap expansion. This is a $60 expansion.
Whoa.
Whoa.
It does have a lot of pieces in it, but it does seem pricey.
Jeez.
Wow.
Is this in print? I mean, Starfarers?
They just reprinted it last year, so
Okay.
Got it.
or 2 years ago, something
Got it.
pretty close. All right, big news here. Metal Gear Solid has been announced by CMON. Now, we knew this. IDW had this game originally. Emerson Matsuuchi was the designer, and I know that when IDW announced its insolvency, every company on Earth ran to Emerson asking for this game. Because it's a good license, and everyone knows Emerson's a good designer.
What's the license?
Metal Gear Solid. It's a video game thing
Thank
again.
you. I didn't know it was video or comics.
But this is one of the.
Roy, get your judgy eyes off me.
This is a pretty old franchise. Like, it's been out since Super Nintendo, maybe even Nintendo.
Yeah, it's old. It's from the 90s, I guess, I think.
Yeah, so this, but what's interesting about this one from CMON is that it is not going to Kickstarter. It's going straight to retail, sort of. Pre-orders are opening up next month, and then it comes out next year.
Okay.
So it's kind of like Kickstarter, but CMON's doing it themselves. So you can pre-order. It's like a Stonemaier.
If you
type
pre-order,
thing.
is there going to be the extras and stuff?
I don't know anything about that. They haven't announced it.
Got it.
Looks
That
cool,
piece
though.
of artwork in the top corner is weird.
The guy, you mean?
Top right.
Yeah.
It looks like a
what?
draft, doesn't it?
No, it just looks like what? I don't
Yeah.
remember. I don't know Metal Gear that well, to be fair, but is that person at a weird rave? Like,
Well, the cover looks cool, though.
I don't know. Yeah.
You don't like the cover? I like the way the cover
No, the
looks
cover's
like.
fine. It looks very much like the video games.
And then we mentioned earlier, Ticket to Ride. There's also another Ticket to Ride game that was announced from Days of Wonder, vaguely announced. They showed a Ticket to Ride. You can see this is a picture from the trailer as they show America slowly being uncovered. They announced designers Alan Moon, Rob Daviau, and Matt Leacock, which made everyone and their neighbor think it's a legacy game,
Yep.
especially with them revealing stuff. And
Right.
Rob Daviau is legacy or restoration at this point. That's what it seems.
Right.
Interesting that Matt Leacock's involved, though, because he's not the legacy guy. He's Pandemic legacy.
I said, well,
Right.
Rob Daviau did. He's the one that just did Stranger Things with CMON, right?
Yes, he did.
So he didn't. So he has done a couple other things.
Oh, he's done
Legacy.
a lot of stuff.
But you were saying, like,
and
he's pretty
miniatures
much
game for
that.
CMON. No, yeah, that's
you know,
true.
so-
but if he does a game for a company and it's something that's
Yeah.
already established,
To be fair, I very much think this is legacy as well. I was just making a counterpoint.
they did not say this yet, but I'm sure they'll introduce more.
It could
as
be a
time goes by.
restoration. It is only called Ticket to Ride. Maybe they're restoring Ticket to Ride.
It's not from Restoration Games. It's from Days of Wonder.
They don't have the right to be the only ones to restore things.
That's true. All right, and on that note, that's the news.